Yeah, so Yxseph, like that's my artist name that I chose out of the name Joseph. Like there's a lot of niggas like in the streets, like even my own niggas. Shout out to all my niggas. They call me Joseph. So like I basically constructed the name Yxseph. Like through ancient methods, like back in the days, like old days, I'm talking about thousands of years ago. The J was never in the alphabet, it was either Y or H, you see. So yeah, that's what I just did, I scrapped out the J, replaced it with a Y. Another meaning for the Y, is like masculinity, represents masculinity, the Y chromosome, which makes you a man. Like the X chromosome comes from the woman. So XY. Once again, I just flipped the XY, made it YX. The X, in mathematics, X represents the unknown. Me as an artist, I'm still unknown. I'm trying to make myself known. So yeah, that's what the X stands for. YXSCPH. That's my name, Yxseph. Respect. Shout out. Rapping, yeah, rapping, like I'm a dope rapper. Like since 2022, I've been rapping, I've been writing, I've been freestyling, you know. But since 2023, when I like started putting out music 3 years ago, I actually stopped freestyling and actually focused more on writing, That's why I like always kill it, because I put deep thought into my shit. And I believe in myself. I know I can make it through rapping. I'm actually a good rapper. Sorry. I'm actually a good rapper. I believe in myself. But the people tell me that, like people actually tell me that, and shit. But I tell myself that more to get better in the craft, get better in the skill because rapping is a skill. Everybody can teach themselves that skill if they want to. Anything you want to do, you can do it. You just put your mind to it. So yeah, that's why I choose rapping. I've been rapping since 2022. Started releasing songs 2023. Up to now, still grinding. And one day we will definitely make it. Yeah, no shit. Shout out Peeps YMG 333. So I'm actually from a town called Uppington, a province called Northern Cape in the Republic of South Africa. So I'm from Uppington, Northern Cape, South Africa. UBT, that's what I always reference in my raps, like UBT, the abbreviations for Uppington, like Uppington, the first name was Olivenose Drift, I'll tell the piece that straight, Olivenose Drift. There's other people want to correct me on that, correct me, but that's what I know. First name was Olivenose Drift. There was this guy named Sir Thomas Uppington who basically rediscovered the town. He said he discovered it, but everything that's basically discovered by the white man is actually rediscovered. It was already there. They just rediscovered it. They just digged it out of the sand, because of years. It was there. It was there the whole time, It's just nobody cared about it. It got dusty, sand piled over it. White man came, digged it out of the sand, and eventually piled up there for years. It was already there. It was already used by our ancient ancestors. So this guy Sir Thomas Uppington named the town after him, Uppington. So basically, AKA where I'm from, Uppington, Northern Cape, South Africa. We're gonna make it worldwide one day. That's where I'm from. Respect. Shout out Uppington and shout out to all of the South African history. This is an amazing country. I'll say it straight. Everybody come and visit. Check it out for yourself. Peace. What do I stand for? That's actually deep, I had to get the blunt for that one. Oh, what do I stand for, I'll basically be like, what do I want to stand for? Because everything I'm gonna mention right now, I'm not standing for that yet. I'm working on it. So basically, freedom, one thing. That's what I represent. That's what I want to represent as an artist. Not just as a basic human being, but as an artist, as a rapper, as a creative. That's what I want to represent: full freedom of everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. If I have to mention all of that, it'll be a long video. You know, uh, I stand for all of the people who basically want to chase their dream, but society and reality and the system puts them in that position where they can't chase their dream. They just have to go with the easy way out. That's the people I represent. I represent the cornerstones like myself. I represent the outlaws. Outlaw entertainment, that's the first thing that I started. You know, that's where the X also comes from, like the unknown, You classify us as outlaws, cornerstones, black sheep. I represent the black sheep as well. I stand for the black sheep as well. I stand for everybody who wants to have freedom of speech, but once again, society and the system puts them in that position where they can't speak for themselves, so they don't want to because they're scared they'll get in trouble, they might get killed, they might die. So that's what I want to do through my rapping, freedom of speech. That's why I don't care what I say in rapping. When I rap, when I write, it's my freedom of speech. It's me being able to get my word out of there because I feel the same way. But once again, I'm not scared to do it. I refuse to be scared. So I want to stand for freedom. I want to stand for all of the people who have power inside of them, but are just scared to unlock that power because the system, life nowadays, 21st, we're heading into the 22nd century. Life nowadays is suppressing us, making us scared, making us have this type of fear inside of us, but we don't want to express how we truly feel and say what needs to be said, the truth. But that's what I represent. Basically, I want to put the truth all around everything I just mentioned. That's what I stand for, the truth. That's what I want to stand for, the truth. God help me. Respect. It's your man Yxseph, up and coming revolutionary rapper from up into Northern Cape, South Africa, here to recreate, redefine, and restructure South African hip hop. That's what I'm doing. So if you're like, yo, this shit sounds American, this shit sounds so foreign, what is this guy doing? That's what I'm doing. Still perfecting it. Haven't reached it yet. But yeah, we keep on grinding. We wake up every day, we give thanks for opening our eyes. In the morning, give thanks to the Most High for once again being able to be alive, to achieve that dream that we want to bring into reality.